Hey, Quicker! Today we are talking about a beginner's guide featuring ChatGPT. Well, I was checking for ideas for my YouTube channel, and so I thought to myself, why not asking ChatGPT? And that's exactly what I did right here. Give me an idea for a new Path of Exile video for my YouTube channel. And that's what he responded. Currently, how about creating a beginner's guide to Path of Exile video? Many new players often struggle to the grasp of the complexities of the game, so a comprehensive guide can be immensely helpful. Here's an outline for your video. Hey, cool. Let's check it out. First, introduction. Start by introducing yourself and your channel. Briefly explain what Path of Exile is and why it's worth playing. Hi, I'm Quickie. Welcome to my PoE YouTube channel. PoE is one of the best, if not the best ARPG we have right now. So if you're into ARPGs or never checked out ARPGs, you should really try it. There are so many different encounters and so much to learn about that everyone will find something he truly likes and loves to play. Overview of the game. Provide a high-level overview of the game mechanics such as the skill tree, character classes and the different types of abilities and items available. Explain the concept of the game's league mechanic, of the game's leagues and the importance of this passive skill tree. Okay, let's do it. So there are 6 starter classes. I show them to you right here. We are starting with the Marauder. His main attribute is Strength. Then we go to the Witch. The Witch is Intelligence. And last but not least, the Ranger. He is Dex based. So we got 3 attributes. It's Strength, Dex, Int, and now we're coming to the hybrids. We have the Duelist. He's a Strength, Dex hybrid. The next one is the what is he called? The Shadow. Yeah, Shadow. Dex Int. And we got the Templar. He's Strength Int. Those 3 classes have 23 points in their 2 main attributes and 14 in the others. The first 3, which only have 1 attribute, have 32 points in their main attribute and 14 in the other 2. All those 6 classes have 3 ascendancies, which is basically a profession of the class, you could say. And last but not least, there is one class, this one, the Scion. He's a hybrid, an all-rounder. He starts with 20 stats of all attributes, but you need to unlock her. You have to finish a quest and free her at Act 3. Yes, and she has only 1 ascendancy. It's called Ascendant. Yeah, I don't know why, but that's what it is. Okay, let's check the game. In PoE we will have skill gems, which is basically your skill, but it also can be an aura or something else. The next one is we have support gems, who support your other gems, like the skill gems, and we have wild skill gems, which is like the skill gem with an extra skill. So when you start your game, you can go to the NPCs and buy those if you have enough currency for this. There is a Nessa which sells them, and you get this on this page right here. So these are the availables for now. As higher you get, as more further you go in the acts, as more many you can buy. Later you have Nasser in your hideout and you can buy them from there. Like you can put there, like, oh no, I mean Lily, sorry. And you can buy all the gems available for this. Okay, let's give you a closer look to this. Okay, let's check it out. We're checking the skill gem Cleave. As you can see, there are tags below, and The tags are attack, AoE, physical, and melee. Now we're looking at a support gem called Ancestral Call. Support, sorry. It has tags too. Support, melee, attack, and strike. That means that this support gem supports skills with one of the following tags: melee, attack, or strike. As you can see, our cleave has the tag attack, so this will basically support our cleave. Some skill gems are also available in a VAL version. Lucky our cleave, who thought about this, also has a VAL version. This is basically the normal attack plus an extra skill, but you have to load it first with kills, with souls. So when you kill, you gain soul. When it's full, it's like this one here. You can use it. Let's go to the next point, which is items. I assume ChatGPT means gear. So let's check out the gear. We have 4 different types of rarities. Normal, which is white, magic, which is blue, rare, which is yellow, and unique, which is orange. The rarity basically lets you know how many stats you can put on an item besides the unique one. This is something different. Normal can only have an implicit, which is the stat above the other ones. It's basically with a line between the others, so you can see what it is. I show you right here. It cannot be changed on a normal way, but this would go too far for now. Okay, then we have magic, which can have 1 prefix and 1 suffix. Rares can have 3 prefix and 3 suffix. Unique has sometimes some special modifications or mods on it, which you can't change. Unique is what it is. You can't change that. But that doesn't mean that unique is better than a rare one, because it always depends on your build and the mods you need. So sometimes it is better, but mostly rarities are more expensive, harder to find, harder to craft, and better for your build. Oh, and you can upgrade your gear to the next rarity with some special currency. Now we're checking out the tree. Depending on which class you choose, you start from a different point. The skill tree is one of the most important things in PoE. I highly recommend to use a build from experienced players and not try to do it yourself, because it's pretty difficult. You also should download passive building to play around and experience with the skill tree without changing it in-game, because in-game it costs you observe regrets, and observe regrets will be expensive at start. Okay, and the last one is we got leaks. Leaks are pretty much seasons. They add a new mechanic, and you can play the league for a certain amount of time. After this time, the league server will close, and GGG will decide if the mechanic stays in the game, which means goes core, or will be removed from the game. I enjoy playing the leagues. Most people do, because it's most fun, and everybody starts at 0, so you have, as a starter, you have the best chance to come into the play or into the game when you start a season. Standard, which is the basic game, has all core mechanics, but you can imagine this game existed for a long time right now, and every money we collect from the seasons or from the leagues goes into the standard, and that's why standard is very expensive, because the money is only growing and not consuming. Okay, next point, ChatGPT. Choosing a class. Walk viewers through the different classes character classes in Path of Exile and explain their strength, weakness, and playstyle. Help them understand which class might align with the preferred playstyle. Well, that's a really nice idea, ChatGPT, but you don't choose your class in PoE first. You're looking for a build you want to play, you're checking out YouTube, you're checking out pages, but be aware there are a lot of fakers. I will link you a couple pages which are okay to good for starter, and you can check those. And there is one I highly not recommend to try out because I think they are fakers and the videos look cool, but it's expensive. It's not like what they're saying. Next step. Skill gems and abilities. Explain the concept of skill gems and how they work in the socket and gear. Showcase a few popular and beginner-friendly skill gems, discussing their mechanic and possibility combinations. Okay, I already explained the different types of gems. To use those gems, you have to put them in sockets of your gear. Only two-handed weapon, bow, and armor can have up to 6 sockets. Helmet, gloves, and boots can have up to 4 sockets, and one-handed weapons 3 sockets. You can random generate the number of the sockets with jeweler's orbs or at the crafting bench. But to 6 socket an item, it takes many jewelers for a starter, or you can use 350 at the crafting bench and just do it with one click. Also, you can only get 6 sockets from an item which is item level 50 plus. If you want the socket gems work together, you have to link them with fusing orbs. It's the same with jeweler's orbs, but you even need more. The possibility to get sockets or links is increased with quality. The quality of an item. So the quality can be increased with armor scraps, or for gear it's armor scraps for gear, or blacksmith whetstones for weapons. Also, the color of the gem is important because you need to match the gem color with the socket you want to put in, but you can change also the color of the gear, random, which is chromatic orbs, which you're using, or you're going to the crafting bench. The item attribute will tell you which sockets are most common on this item. For example, here, this is a deck space. Most of the times, the sockets will be green, because dex is green, and that means red and blue is off color. Yeah. So you can see the base stats of an item when there are no sockets, no gems linked in the item. Otherwise, the requirements will be changed because of the gems. So put everything out to see which base it is, and then you can do it. You also can go to the crafting bench and say, for example, at least 1 blue, at least 1 red, whatever. This works too, but chromatic, randomize the colors, and yeah, that's it. 5. Passive skill tree. Dive into the massive passive skill tree of Path of Exile. Give an overview of its structure, explain the different type of nodes, and provide tips on how to. Okay, honestly, we skip this. This is not for beginners. To understand what the skill tree does, you need a little bit of knowledge. So this is not for beginners. Go get a build, try to make this, just follow the build guide, and this is how you start. You will have more fun with recreating an existing and working build. 6. Basic gameplay tips. Share essential gameplay tips and mechanics the new players should be aware of. Discuss topics like health and mana management, flask, item rarity, and currency. Here, my best tip for you. Learn a lot. Talk with people. Don't give up only cause it's overwhelming. It's worth it. Try to focus for stuff which you like and which is fun for you. Use the build guide, which I already mentioned, and don't try to rush it. Also, use the trade option for the game to provide new gear. I will link down below everything with numbers, with everything. If you have the maps, always check the mods. There can be tricky mods which you can't run or will most likely kill you. So check the mods or re-roll the map, which you can do always, beside if it's corrupted, but that's another point. Yeah, and you do this with Scour, Alchemy, and don't waste your chaos at the start. And every currency in PoE is not for paying people, it is for using. The intention is for using. So every currency has a meaning in this game. You can use it, you can sell it, and you have, the most important is read the text, what it says, and if it's not clear, if there are some words, some PoE language, hold Alt and check if it's explained in there. And flasks are really insanely strong. Always try to upgrade your flask. Try to modification them what you need, right now, and always keep it up to date. 7. Questing and progression. Guide viewer through the main storyline quest, highlighting important moments and providing tips for efficient progression. Explain the importance of completing side quests, encountering masters, and exploring the world. Well, some of the side quests gives you skill points, which is very important. You want all of them. Some of the side quests are not worth it. Exploring the world is no, thank you, ChatGPT. This is useless because you're just running through this. There is no big world. Yeah, you can always check if you have every skill points. If you enter / passives, and if you see a 0, then that means you missed this skill point. You have to go back or check which one it is. I will give you to hand a PoE leveling guide which says what you have to do. You can use it if you want to, if it's too complex for you, or say, nah, I'm fine, I'm doing this by my own. ChatGPT, don't, Okay, let's check the 8. Trading and economy. I already mentioned that there is trading. Touch upon the trading system in Paths of Exile and play how players can interact with the game economy. Provide tips on pricing items, using trade websites, and understanding currency value. Okay, so you usually trade with the page I already linked. You search for an item, click on direct whisper, and you instantly will PM an in-game, and he will read it and invite you, or sometimes not because they're pricing, blah, 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 blah. But usually it goes this way. Then you have to port him. Just click on the little blue swirly in his avatar, and then you port to him, or right click and say visit hideout. If you want to sell something, you can set it up for sale. There are 2 options. Basically, there's one option because the other one is so annoying, and GGG did that smart, because you can register items if you go into the website, saying on which slot it is from your stash, and this is a lot of work really, because you have to register every item you want to sell. But you also can buy a stash with real money, and you can go make it public, and right click an item and say, okay, I want to sell this for blah blah blah, this and this amount. How do you figure out how much is your item worth? For the beginners, it's really difficult. One big rule: if you get spammed instant, your price is too low. Stop it, take it out, put more on it, And with more, I mean like divines first. If you're trying to sell something for 1 divine, make it 10. See if they still spam you, make it 20. And better start high and going a little bit lower as too low and giving away money. So, but you also need a tool which makes it a lot of easier for you. I'm playing with Awaken PoE trading, I think it is called. Awaken PoE trade. This will help you a lot. Try to set the setups to exact roll. Otherwise, you have a you know what I mean. You're getting different or worse prices because it's not the exact amount of mods or whatever you have. Let's check number 9. Endgame content. Give a glimpse of the exciting endgame content available in Paths of Exile, such as maps, labyrinth, and atlas of the worlds. Explain how players can continue their progression beyond the main story. The endgame is where the game really starts. It's not the end game, it's the start game, I would say. The acts are annoying for me or for the most people. It's always the same, but once you hit the maps, it starts and it starts making fun for real. You can do so many stuff. You can mapping, you can MFing, you can delving, you can provide services, you can in PoE you can sell everything and you can make cash from everything. The most fun for me is min-maxing my gear. I love this. I really enjoy it. Also, at the moment, MFing and aura botting. I prefer aura botting because, I don't know, I like the playstyle. Maybe you find something which is similar to you, which makes so much fun for you. You can kill bosses, you can kill uber bosses, whatever. You can provide, if you like the acting, you can provide act service. That means you rush the people through the acts and they pay you for this. Or you help people killing bosses, or you just being a leecher. You're just going with someone on the map, because more people on the map gives more loot, and you get XP and he gets loot, and you can get something from the crappy loot he doesn't want to. So maybe it's worth something for you, who knows. But as you see, there are so many things you can do, and you will find something you will truly love and like about this. Also, you can upgrade your maps. It's not like you're putting it in and that's it. No, you can do different things. You can upgrade the quantity with the shields. You can make them rare with the alchemies. You can corrupt them for extra mods with the Val gems. You can put delirium orbs on it, so you always have delirium and makes it more difficult, up to 100%. That means 5 delirium orbs. You can use scarabs. You can, you know, the list goes on and on and on. You got my point. So there's really a lot to do, and it makes a lot of fun. Number 10, which is the last one. Conclusions. Summarize the key points covered in the video and encourage viewers to ask questions or share their experience in the comment sections. Remind them to subscribe to your channel for more Paths of Exile content. If you have any questions, just ask me. Please write your experience below in the comments. And check the informations. I will post many links you may need down below. Please leave a like and subscribe. All left to say is, wish you good luck and